Good day, good day. We are going to see what's happening today. I hope everyone is well. I am Sue Pickering, an intuitive psychic coach. I am here to do daily readings for the collective to see what the energy is that's happening. We will see what messages are needed to be heard today. Okay, 5 of Cups. I am feeling like there's something that you are focusing on that is maybe negative rather than the positive. Focusing on, sometimes we're not where we think we should be or feel we should be, not think, but feel where we should be by now, or we should have it figured out by now, rather than, we're focusing on what we haven't accomplished or where we're not, rather than how far we've come. That has been coming up in a lot of energies this week of people looking back rather than, people not looking back how far they've come, what they've accomplished, even if you're not where you think you should be or feel you would like to be. That is an aspect of the energy right now. Wheel of Fortune ups, reversed. So really noticing that, again, everything's a cycle. It's going to come around, but if we're focused on what isn't, that's going to show us that we're not ready to really step forward, okay? And it's going to take us longer to get to where we are wanting to go, okay? Queen of Wands reversed. This is about you maybe not stepping quite into your passions yet. With confidence, they're showing me, because it came out reversed, you're not following the good stuff. You're not chasing the sun is what they're telling me. So really focus on the bright side of things. Focus on what you have accomplished, even though, right? And really chase the sun. What gives you light in everyday aspects? What brings awareness to you? What have you discovered rather than what you haven't discovered, right? It's an aspect of your mindset. Yeah, and are you following your intuition? Are you following your intuition? Taking some time to really sit down and, really clear your mind and relax a little bit. And, again, figuring it out. Seriously, I don't know why that's coming up so much lately. It's an aspect of being in flow, okay? 3 of Wands. Really doing some self-discovery, moving in the direction of where you want to go, even if you don't know where exactly that is, but a step is a step, right? King of Swords reversed. Okay. So really getting some clarity, mastering your mindset. This is a big aspect. I'm not sure why this is coming up so much this week with so many people. I'm surprised, but everything is coming to the surface for everyone, and it's an aspect for us to go deeper into our heart center, deeper into ourselves, moving in the direction of where we're called to, rather than just doing things because that's how we've always done them. There's an aspect there, okay? Wait for winter. I'm feeling that with this card, they're showing me hermit. They're showing me hermit. Winter, we are supposed to really sit back, allow ourselves to slow down. That's where that 4 of Swords comes in, slowing ourselves down, really going into the aspects of going deeper within ourselves, hermiting, figure out what we need to receive for ourselves in order to make light of and move forward, okay? There's there's something there for going deeper. And I know for many people on this channel, you've already, like, you're doing the work. You're not here just to, fool around and you don't care. But this is going deeper into, aspects of yourself that is needing to find some light and clarity on who you are. If you're not moving forward because you're not confident, there's something deep within yourself that you need to find and discover, make light of, to find that confidence. And if you're not where you feel you should be, there's something deeper. Okay, so really going into that hermit, seeing your inner light to shine it outward. Okay, 7 of Cups. Like, there's just so much contemplation. It's this bouncing around in your head. When we're bouncing around in our head, it's an aspect of, there's something deeper. You can't make a decision because you're listening to your head, not your heart. Okay. The Queen of Swords, these came out sideways. So you're moving to upright. You're moving to discovering more of your mind. Oh, sorry. Oh, some people are just exhausted. I'm feeling that of the collective right now. Everyone is saying they're exhausted. So I'm not sure why I had to have a yawn there. Sorry. But mastering this mindset, being confident. And, there's an aspect of, and I say this nicely, there's an aspect of, cutting stuff out. Like, it's like, you're gone. If you don't belong in my life, you get to that aspect of where it's like, you know what? You're out. And it sounds cruel, but it's honoring self. It's allowing yourself to have those boundaries, whatever that is. But there's an aspect of, maybe there's someone here, and yeah, okay, that's what they're telling me. There's someone here that is like very adamant on cutting someone out of their life. Like, someone that's not honoring you, someone that's not listening to you and what you have to say about what is required of this relationship. And it's like they're adamant about it. It's like, cut out, like, it's done and gone, and cut the cords and moving on. It's like a gateway to your freedom is what they're showing me with the cutting of this person out of your life. It's all from a space of what you require and what you need, not from a selfish space, from a self-care. Or if someone doesn't believe in you and you want to do something so badly and your heart is calling for you to do it, the naysayers, they're not supporting you. Should they be, in your life to bring you down or to allow you not to believe in yourself, whatever that might be. Okay, I'm not sure why this is coming up, but it is. King of Pentacles, really mastering, this leadership role that you should be in, this confidence. It's not like an ego confidence. It is more of a confidence in, like, I finally can believe in myself. I finally can move in the direction that I am required to become who I need to become because I am good at what I do. Okay. There's, is that a gift or is that? There's a gift that is coming. I feel like there's a gift, and they're telling me a gift, but it's of time. Okay. So we can manipulate time as much as we can. And they're just showing me that time doesn't matter. You don't have to be where you think you should be right now because you're going to get there. Time doesn't matter. Yeah, that's time doesn't matter. If we'll get there when we're meant to get there, when we're the person we need to be to get there. And in the meantime, you just work toward what you're working toward, and you will notice that when you're more in flow like that things will just start moving for you. It's part of the aspect of being in flow. Flow is hard. it's easy to say just be in flow, but what does that mean, right? It is about, understanding that you're where you're supposed to be, understand, just being mindful, slowing down, listen to the messages. For some of you, it's meditation. For some of you, it's just be going inward, that Four of Swords, that you just rest and take things in and just move how you're guided to move. If we're racing to the end, we're not going to sustain it when we get there. It's just how that is. Um, it's not who can get to the top first. It's who can embrace the journey and become stronger along the journey, become more aware along the journey. Because when we get to the top of the mountain, you're going to hurry, get up there and take a look and go, okay, I'm here, I've done it, yay, and then I'm leaving. Well, no, it's about embracing it and then soaking it all in along the path. You're climbing the summit to the summit, and take a look and look around once in a while to see what you need to be aware of. Like, look at the beauty, not just from standing at the bottom of the mountain to the top. We need to look at the whole journey, and that is the process. It's part of who we need to become along the journey. Letting go. So letting go of some old patterns, letting go of, for this here, what I'm feeling is more of letting go of the old mindset. We have been, our mindsets, we've been raised where you go do this and that's how it is. What are you going to be when you grow up? And we gotta be always being something or something to someone else, or the whole aspect. But who are you? Who are you? If someone asks you who you are you just going to tell them your title, your label? No, like, it's like, who are you? I am someone that is caring, that love to help people, that is a deep person who is very connected. All of the things. That's who you are. You're not just the person that does certain things, right? Or does a certain career. There's more to you than just a label or a mom or a dad or, whatever this is, whoever you are, right? There's something deeper here for you to look at. Really ask yourself who you are. Ooh. Clarity, gaining clarity. But this for me is showing me there's so much red in this card, and it's number 1. There's so much in this card of being grounded, but not just grounded, but being creative, not being in a space of lack is what they're telling me as well. But this is about you creating the world you desire from everything, from your core, from who you are, what makes you tick, what excites you, all of those things. And there's change coming, but change with freedom, because she's on a horse. Change with freedom, and it's number 30. So there's a space here of celebration. Change with celebration, change with freedom and celebration. Okay, there's a lot here packed in this card, and it's like they're saying rewild. So rewild yourself, become, you've been okay. So when horses are born, you have to tame them or you never can ride them. It's just their nature, right? You can pet them and stuff, but you cannot get on and ride them. So we train them to be who we want them to be. And that is the aspect of who we are when we were born. We train our children to be who we want them to be. Then we get older and then we go, oh, now we have to undo some of that stuff because we don't have that freedom. We don't have that aspect of being able to run free when we want to run free, how our body tells us to be. So there's some untaming here that has to happen for all of this to take place, for you to have this renowned freedom. Okay, King of Swords, really understanding. So you have a lot of, you've had the King of Swords twice now, but the King of Swords the first time came out upside down, reversed, right? So you're coming around to having this clarity. It's coming. Just keep working at it. Keep working at finding the knowledge you need. Keep working at listening to the messages, learning what you need to learn about self, about who you are in a deeper aspect. And there's some knowledge coming in, okay? And there's confidence. 10 of Swords come out reversed. There's definitely some endings here. But the longer we take to connect to self, to not, like, if you don't hermit, the longer you take to do this connection and to be as much mindful and being as possible, the longer it's going to take for you to have this ending, to move completely forward. It's a feeling of back and forth, back and forth. I'm in this world and I'm in this world. And discovering more of how to get to where you want to go. Okay. This is about self discovery. Yeah. But it's definitely an ending, especially with this card as well. Everything is burdened down. It's an ending to have this new beginning. And we can have endings and new beginnings every day in different aspects of our life. So, yeah, a new path. Look at that beautiful path right here. It's all beautifully treed. It's all part of it. And they have a full moon here to allow to let go, to have this new path. But they're saying you have to have courage. This is number 36, which adds up. 3 and 6 is 9. It's about having courage to be you, having courage to be you fully on this path, not just, when it suits different aspects to go back and forth. It's both ways. Having foresight, okay, seeing what you want in the future, being open to new ideas, being open to see, feel, hear, know what spirit is telling you on this path of being in flow. It's all part of this process of where we're going. I see aspects of things all the time, but I don't always know where it's taking me. And if I'm guided, I start working in the direction. If everything is with ease, then I continue working towards something. Whereas, if I start something and I have a roadblock, things are not flowing and it's like really hard to get to the next step, then I ask myself, is this for now on my path? It might be for the future, but we should never have to chase things. We should never have to, it should never be really hard. Yes, some things are hard to get through, fear, all of those things. But what I'm saying is when we are on the journey and we're actually listening, it should be easier. It should be more in flow. If we are, really having a hard time and spirit's not bringing you anything and you're actually listening and you're slowing down, you either need to learn something or you need to decipher whether it is to stay on the path or not. For now, it's a hard thing it's a hard concept to know the difference between flow and pushing through and learning more about yourself and what isn't for you on the path. It's really hard, but the more connected to yourself, the more you know yourself, the more you are feeling your heart center, the easier it is to decipher. I don't know how else to say that, but strength is there. You have the knowledge, you have the strength, you have the creativity. And there's something with the lasso. Why are they showing me a lasso? Grab, aim and grab for what you're trying to move toward. Yeah, aim and grab what you're trying to move toward. And if you miss, what do you need to do? You need to just practice and get better at aiming and grabbing. And how do you do that? You go deeper, you practice, you practice meditation, you practice, inwardness, you practice mindfulness, you practice, and then eventually you end up getting what you're striving for. That is what I have for today. Thank you again. You have a beautiful weekend. Monday, I may or may not be on here. I have my market this weekend, and typically I am so exhausted, but I will see. And if I do come on, it may be later in the day. I'm not sure. Okay. I have to honor myself. I've been doing a lot lately, and I've been becoming exhausted at times. So I am needing to honor myself. Uh, I often don't even take a day off work, which is probably not good for me. Uh, but I'm honoring myself when I need to and when I can. Okay. So I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And thank you to those that support me, and thank you to those that are supporting my market. And I know a lot of you that are watching are going to be there. So I am grateful for that, in that support. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Much love.